we're going to be practicing using the strategy of multiples of 10 and solving division problems with 3 digits, where the dividend is 3 digits. Okay, as you remember, multiples of 10 is a great division strategy that uses multiples of 10 to find the answer or the quotient. And why do we use multiples of 10? Well, because 10 is a friendly number, and meaning that it's very easy for us to multiply other numbers by 10. So let's try this strategy with a bigger number than the one that we looked at last time. Let's divide 143 by 6. And it's important that we remember what these numbers represent. 6 is the amount in each group. Another way to say that is it's the divisor. That's what we're dividing 143 by. And we are solving for the number of groups of 6 in 143. And that number is called the quotient, or the answer, and that's the number we're solving for up there. So I'll put that word over here. So as you remember, the first thing that we do is we ask ourselves, are there 10 groups of 6 in 143? What do you think? Yes. And now that we've done that, we're going to take those 10 groups of 6 and put them up here where we're solving for our quotient, for the number of groups in total of 6 and 143. And now that we've worked that out, we want to subtract 60 from the total, which leaves us with 83. So now the question is there another set of 10 groups of 6 in 83? What do you guys think, mathematicians? Yes, 60 is less than 83, so we know that there are 10 groups of 6 in 83. And again, we're going to take those 10 groups of 6 and save them up here, and then subtract 60 from what's left in the total. And when we subtract 60 from 83, we're left with 23. Now, can I do that again? Is there another 10 groups of 6 in 23? What do you think? That's right, there are not. So now I have to think, how many groups of 6 are in 23? Well, when I think about my math facts, I know that there are 3 groups of 6 is 18, and that's pretty close to 23. So I'm going to add another 3 groups up here of 6, and I'm going to subtract 18 from what's left of my total. And when I do that, I am left with 5. Now, can I do that again? Is there a group of 6 and 5? That's right, no. There is not another group of 6 and 5, because 5 is smaller than 6. It's smaller than the divisor, than the thing that we're dividing by. So this will become our remainder. Our final step is to add our groups of 6 together. 10 plus 10 is 20, plus 3 is 23. To get our quotient, so I'll put a Q right there. Our Q is 23. And then also write down the remainder with a remainder of 5. Okay? Let's try multiples of 10 again on another problem with a 3-digit number. Why don't you do this work with me? We're going to do 171 divided by 7. All right, mathematicians, do you remember what to do first? That's right. Are there 10 groups of 7 inside of 171? Yes, there are. So we're going to take those 10 groups of 7 and put them up here, keeping our place value. Then we'll subtract 70 from the total. And when we do that, we're left with 101. So now the question is, is there another 10 groups of 7 in 101? Yeah, 70 is less than 101. So of course there are. So we'll do 10 times 7 is 70 again. So we'll take this other 10 groups of 7 and put it up here and subtract 70 from what's left in the total. Now when we do that, we are left with 31. Now the question is there another 10 groups of 7 and 31? No. So we have to think about how many groups of 7 fit into 31. And I know, thinking about my math facts, that there are four groups of 7 is 28, which is very close to 31. So now I can add my next 4 groups of 7 up here and subtract 28 from my current total, which leaves me with 3. Now, is there another group of 7 inside of 3? No, because this is smaller than the divisor, than the thing that we're dividing by. So this will become our remainder. Our final step is to add our groups of 7 up here. 10 plus 10 is 20, plus 4 is 24. So our quotient, or our answer, is 24 groups of 7 with a remainder of 3. So mathematicians, you're going to use this strategy of multiples of 10 in your next problem set, but more importantly, what you want to do is use this when you encounter a division situation, even in your word problems. All right? So have fun, and I'll see you soon.